What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I kind of just had like the spur of the moment feel to just talk on this subject of how you can transform your life, completely change your life, can change who you are by this one thing. And I'll get to it in a second. But I just have to say, I feel like I look like a painter right now with this jean jacket in the bun. I'm just like giggling at myself. But anyways, so this one thing that I started learning and incorporating in my life literally got me from being depressed, being miserable, to at my job, my corporate job, to quitting my corporate job, packing my stuff up, and I moved in like a 4 to 6 week span time to my dream life, my dream career, and it all had to do like a little drum roll with your mindset. Literally, your mindset is key in everything in life, and habits, the habits that are supporting your mindset supporting your habits. I don't know which ways it goes in little day-by-day steps. So let me talk about it. What you focus on expands and attracts. So if you're waking up every single morning hating life, stressed out, like, oh, I hate my job, I'm gonna have a horrible day because I hate my job, I'm probably gonna hit traffic, and just thinking all these negative, horrible things, horrible feelings, you're angry. Guess what? When you're in that state of being, that's what you're going to continue to attract. You're going to attract maybe that fender bender in your car drive, spilling coffee on your car drive, which I had done. Oh my God, it was the worst. Having a bad day at work, just getting out, just being in that negative mindset, you're only going to attract more negative things and more things you don't want. And I get it, it's hard to just like be positive and dandy when maybe the reality of your life isn't what you want right now. So let's talk about like what I did. So when I first started learning about manifestation and law of attraction, I was like, the first book I read was The Secret. I loved the book. I recommend it. Don't watch the video. Read the book. It just shows you the power of your mind. And I have so many other books I can recommend. But when I started reading that, I was on a trip to the Dominican Republic. I had been losing weight by that time. I was working with a coach. And that's when my passion started for the health and fitness industry. So when I was reading that book, I started changing my mindset. Obviously, I was on vacation, so I was in high vibes. I was feeling good, right? And I remember just closing my eyes and just thinking about like what I wanted. And I was like, I want to be a personal trainer. And I started picturing myself not living where I was living. My whole life, I dreamed of living in San Diego, California. I wanted to go to school there. Didn't do it because I just wasn't ready to leave home, and it was really far. And I just knew I wanted to live somewhere. So I was just kept envisioning myself like being a personal trainer, being in the best shape of my life, and living in a sunshiny ocean front area, right? And I just felt that, and I like literally felt it with my soul, like as if I was living that, right? That brought my body and myself into a higher vibration state, and I started attracting all these amazing things. And so guess what? When I got home, I was still in that amazing state. I was positive until I had to go back to work, but hold on. And I just felt good, and more good things were coming to me. And so I went back to work, and I kept reading the book, and I was like, all right, instead of waking up, I hated going to work because I hated my boss. He just wasn't good. So I shifted my mindset, and I was like, okay, like, I'm not happy, but I'm gonna do what it takes. So I would go to the gym, I would work out, and I would feel good because I was already good. I was feeling my body positively, right? With good foods. And then when I was at work, I started listening to different types of music. I started listening to just upbeat, not music, what do you call it? When I got to work, I started listening to different things. I would listen to music that made me feel good and reminded me of that high vibe feeling I was feeling when I was on my trip and the visions I was getting. But then I started listening to motivational speakers. I started to literally fuel my mind with all these things I'd never known. Podcasts, motivational speakers, and just things that literally listening to would pump my soul up. I would go on a walk every day at lunch, didn't matter how cold it was, and I would put on like Les Brown or some pop-up thing, and they were just telling me, like, you are capable of your dreams, you are worth it, all like this thing. And I literally brought my being, and I was at work. Yes, I was on break. I was on work, bringing myself into this higher vibration, like that anything was possible, that I could reach my dreams, that I can leave this job one day, that I can do what I wanted. Oh my God, like that feeling inside of me, right? And I did that day in, day out. Like, I grinded. And I got back from my trip, and, right? Yeah, I had a few trips that year, so I'm just getting the timelines confused. So I got back from my trip, and I had been looking, and I had like the feeling to look so I got back from my trip, and I remember being at work, and I got the feeling to just like look at the personal training certification. And don't mind you, like, I felt self-doubt, like, who was I? Wasn't acting growing up. I'm on my own weight loss journey now, but I just felt that passion. So I looked it up. I knew I wanted to get a nutrition specialization as well after getting personal training. Like, those were my dreams, right? I kid you not, like, because I was in such a high vibe, awesome place, they had a promo, right? And it was like, if you sign up for whatever your personal training, you can get a free continuing education, which is what you need to continue, like, to have your certification, right? So I not only felt like I just felt like this is a sign. I can literally get my fitness nutrition specialization full free, and that was like $500 or more just for that. And I was like, well, is this a sign or is this a sign? I literally called them. I took a 2-second break, walked into the stairwell, and I called them, and I was asking all those questions. How does it work? Does this, blah, 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 blah. How long of a time do I have to do my personal training and that specialization? Because I knew I had a lot of time I would need to study. I went home. I was just feeling so good. I was like, it was like I could taste my dreams. They were coming true. Like, what I've been wanting was slowly coming into fruition, right? And my mom got in contact with one of the personal trainers we were friends with at the gym, and she was just like, that is the best company to go through. It was NASM at the time, and she made me feel reassured. And guess what? I dropped $1,000 that day, no question asked. I knew it was a good investment, and I was like, I'm just going to do with it. I didn't even listen to the self-doubt. I was just in that high vibe, like, such good feeling, as if I was already living the life I wanted. I was feeling that already, and I did it. And I just kept working on my mindset and being in that high vibe. And this was kind of like subconsciously, like, now I'm very aware of it, and I need to remind myself to be it, but this was like, I was just flowing on happiness, like, good vibes. I was feeling good with my body. I think the vehicle of health and fitness brought me into like a better state of that being. But you guys, the power of your mind is huge. You literally can reach any goal of yours, any goal. So fast forward real quick, I got a part-time job at the gym while I was studying. So I was getting experience while working full-time. Still hated my job, but it was doable because I was changing my mindset, my perspective. I was grateful for things. I was learning. I was just expanding my mind that my job wasn't as miserable because I was just not feeding into the negativity and the negative emotions, right? So flash forward, and mind you, I kept thinking I kept saying, once I talked to my sister and we were like, all right, we can't do California, we'll do Florida. I was like, I kept saying, I'm going to move out of Boston, I'm going to move out of Boston. Then I was like, I'm going to move to Florida, I'm going to move to Florida, I'm going to move to Florida. Like I just knew it as if it was happening, yet I had no idea where, no idea how, no idea when. I just kept saying it, right? And then a job opportunity in Miami opened up, and I went just down for the interview. It wasn't for me, but being in Florida, I driving around, I was like, I'm going to live here, I'm going to live here. I got back, and I just kept saying it. What do you know? My friend calls me one day, and he's like, Tuts, or he emailed me, there's these 2 apartment listings. And like, I've been looking, but I'm just not serious because, I don't know. I just kept saying it, but I didn't know the how, what, when, where, why. And he sent me 2 email listings of apartments, and he just said, look at these. Because he mentioned that I mentioned that I wanted to move to Florida, and he literally told everybody he'd never thought. He's like, she's not going to do it. She's all talk. Anyways, um, anyways, he toured the apartment for me. Thank you, Alex. If you're watching this, thank you. And he recorded the apartment. Like, whatever. I used to go into open houses all the time. Didn't think much of it. He recorded it. He sent it to me. I showed my sister that night. We go, Mom, this is where we're at. And in less than 24 hours, we agreed and signed the lease. And my sister and I were like, holy shit, we're moving. I think it was between 4 to 6, I think it was 6 weeks. We're moving in 6 weeks to Florida. We're just like, we don't have jobs. We don't even know what this apartment looks like, but we just went with it. And everything I never had the biggest gut feeling in my life. Everything just fell into place. So I just want to tell you guys, wherever you're at right now when it comes to your life, health, career, living, relationships, you are in control. You are in control of everything. And it's all in the power of your mind and the habits that you're doing to supporting your mindset. So I know that was a little long of a story. Oh, by the way, I came here, opened an online business, and I'm still here in Florida, same apartment, almost 2 years later, and still the same career, living my happiest life in full alignment. Like, I'm just like, oh, I just know I was meant to be here right now at this time in my life. And so everything I pictured came true. And even though I go through hard times and things may not be glitz and glam and as successful as I think, I'm literally living the life I wanted 2 years ago when I was crying every day to work. And it kind of like opened my eyes and I was like, whoa, Tots, you've come a long way. You need to be more grateful and you need to get back to that girl who was on that high vibe, attracting everything. So I'm just here to tell you, focus on your mindset and watch where your thoughts are going, what you're telling yourself, what you're feeling. Are you positive and grateful and appreciative of everything in your life, or are you negative and complaining and hating life? Think about that. If you're that negative state, change the perspective. When you see a penny on the ground, pick it up and be grateful and thank God, the universe. When you just literally like open your mind. When someone cuts you off, instead of angrily like yelling at them all the time, which I still do sometimes, be like, oh, maybe, you know what, maybe they're on their way to work. I'm okay, I'm safe, thank you, I am safe, and go along with your day. The gratitude, the positivity is going to bring your vibration up. It's going to attract more, and you will achieve and get to places you thought were unfathomable, but just switching that mindset, picturing it, envisioning it, and feeling it, and believing in yourself, oh my God, it does wonders. And it was a reminder I needed this week, and I'm ready, and I'm so excited to continue my journey. Maybe I fell off a little bit, but I'm here. I kept up with it, but like I didn't get as intense with that feeling. So that is exactly how I transform my life, physically, career-wise, living-wise, everything. I'm not the same person. I'm literally so different. So I wanted to share that. I just felt the call to come on here and talk to you about it. Thank you for watching. Comment here below, like, do you have the same experience? Do you have any questions I can answer? Maybe books or podcast recommendations? Ask away. I would love to help. Don't forget to follow me here on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. Ask me questions there. I'm on there more. But thank you for watching. I hope this inspired you. If you are not happy with where you are in any area of your life, maybe you're somewhat happy, maybe not. I hope this inspired you to take a second to look at how much you have, how much you're grateful for, and how much the power you have to change. Leave any comments below if you want any more tips, tricks, anything like that. Don't forget to subscribe and like below. Thank you for watching. I hope this was a good one for you, worth it. And until the next video, bye.